The following is a special presentation of Tony Curry Radio.
All right, so the party's on. We're at Pet World South. The owners came up. They started bringing out some animals.
You literally made me
talking about petting your cat. Or no, stuffing your cat. No, stuffing your dog. What are you doing? What are you petting everybody?
Did you see that? We talked about you.
So there's all kinds of different things you can do with your dead pet. First of all, you can take fur off and make rugs out of it. You can also turn it into cremation. You can have ashes.
We have a whole shelf. I have an entire shelf in my house. We have a shelf of all our dead pets.
Yeah.
They've all been cremated, except the giant mastiff. It was almost $1,000 to cremate and get the ashes back because he weighs so we just haven't called
$1,000
because he weighs 230 pounds. So we have an entire shelf dedicated to our dead pets. And my daughter came in and was looking. She's like, where's Ollie? We're missing. We had a catalog because we were missing. Couldn't find his ashes. He was over on a different shelf.
Yeah.
So we had to bring him over to the dead pet shelf that I have in my house. I think it's great.
So now people are getting tattoos of their pets. Now I'm not saying I'm not a tattoo person because I want to get a tattoo one time in my
but
life.
none of
I'm
your
57.
pet.
I think it's time.
You should.
I know you got some tats. That's tatted up left and right. He just talked about his wife. Every time they lose an animal, they get a paw print of one of the animals. So evidently you can take the picture of the pet and then actually have it superimposed in tattoo form. It's not like one of these sticky things. It's an actual tattoo on your shoulder.
I don't know.
Have we taken it too far?
No.
Now, if you're into tattoos,
and pet,
I get that.
And pet, listen, you know this, and you're somewhere in between. I'm probably more this way. People identify with their pets very often, in many cases, closer than their family members.
Well, 62% of people through a recent survey said they consider their pet more of a sibling than their actual sibling.
Yes. It makes...
Come on, man.
No, it makes total psychological sense.
No, it doesn't make any psychological sense.
Let me...
A pet is more important than a human being?
Listen. There is an angle to that. It's not that they think... So it's not that they think that their pet is their sibling.
Like if they had one die in a car accident, they'd rather have their Uncle Ed die instead of their cat. They're okay. That's what they said. They're okay with that.
Well, yeah.
What the hell does that say about the relationship with their family members?
That's it. Well, there you go. Well, yeah, because you know what? Your pet never does that to you. Your pet never betrays you. Your pet never screws you over.
Unconditional love.
Yes.
Leave it pinned up for 3 days. You come back and it acts like it still loves you.
But that is exactly why, that's the extreme, what you just said, but that is exactly why people feel so connected to their pets very often, and very often more than their significant other, their kids, because you think about it, your significant other, your kids, your family members, it is conditional love. Yeah. It is not unconditional love. Pets are the only things that can do that. And you know what? You put the two in front of you, and you're like, I'm working my ass off to try to be a good dad, try to be a good husband, try to be a thing. And it's like, and there's your dog.
Yeah.
There's no matter what, there's your dog or there's your cat, and they just love on you. It's probably one of the greatest challenges we have.
What does that say about us that we love things that unconditionally love us more than an actual? What I mean by that is because we do screw up around our pets. We're too tired to take them for walks.
Yes.
We leave them penned up. We went to the concert. We get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. We know they're going to crap themselves in their kennel, but they hold it for us because they love us. Yes. What does that say, the fact that we love that more than actual things we have to be responsible for?
That's exactly because it's easier. It's easier.
That's pathetic.
No, I know, but it is easier, and that is why we have to be really careful. I've seen this a lot of times. It's real common. There's a dog in the family, and there's a new baby.
Oh, yeah.
And it's typically the male, the dad, struggling with parenting, struggling. So you know what they do? They spend more time with the dog. They literally disengage because they're having a hard time being a dad.
Right.
What's he doing?
Alabama playing the Florida Gators this year?
Is it really? I'm going to try to remain super calm. Okay, but that makes me feel much better. That little yellow thing, I was going to be really calm.
Who's this guy?
All right, this is a Cayman. Yeah, man, this is a Cayman crocodile. His name is Big Al. He's about 27 years old, and he actually has been to a couple of Alabama, Florida games. So.
Oh, he's awesome.
So how long?
We got a cool little Bama shirt for him, and the whole bit.
How long will he live?
These guys live around I'd say 35, 40 years, give or take. So
now he's yours.
Yes, yeah. This is my personal.
But do people have them?
My personal alligator.
Well, it's a crocodile. It's a crocodile.
I'm sorry. I know they're different.
But can people get them? You can't have this as pets.
Yes,
or you can?
You actually can. Yeah. Now, alligators you actually can't have.
Okay.
So, it's basically a federal law and that kind of thing, but you actually can have Cayman crocodiles.
Do you have customers?
Now, this is a true dwarf, so he's about full grown.
Okay.
So, but there are other species that get, maybe a foot and a half, 2 foot bigger than this. So,
what does he eat? I saw him eat. He'll eat anything, right?
Yeah, we feed him mice, rats, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So do you have people come in here? I've always wondered about this.
Yeah. He's getting heavy.
Okay. Do you have people?
He's stout.
He is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's nice and fat.
Water, by the way, it's not pee.
So do you have people here?
It could be pee.
We're gonna have a lot of explaining with Fox 6's coming.
He's sitting right on my. Do you have people come in? I've always wondered about this, particularly with exotics. People come in. I want a Cayman. They're really cool.
Yeah.
But do you kind of like triage and like nah, you're not ready for it. We can't sell it. You know what I mean? Like people
we do, yeah. Because there again, it is a commitment. It's a 30+ year commitment. So it's like I want to be sure whoever does get one, they know how to take care of it.
So what would someone that would get a Cayman alligator, or Cayman crocodile do? Do they get it out? Do they have a backyard for it? Do they have a lake? Or do they just keep? Because I hate to think that you would have something this big and just put it in a 500-gallon aquarium.
And he's got to have his mouth taped up.
Well, yeah, it's there again. You want to, you definitely want to have. But most people that actually do have them, they do get them out and they interact with them and all. He's great. He's great. I could actually take the band off. And
would he bite you?
The only time that he possibly could bite is during feeding. Yeah. And that would be, just because
But if you took that Band-Aid off and you just put him out in the middle of your living room with a couple of people and just kept an eye on him, you'd be fine.
Yeah, I would think you'd be.
He's 27 years old.
What you just said.
That's amazing.
What you just said.
Yeah, I think it'd be okay.
But you know what?
But there again, you might miss a toe or two.
A dog would do the same thing, right? You put a food. Dogs get dogs get food pet possessive.
Yeah.
And on occasions, you have these for sale down here, right?
Yeah, we do.
879-1331, 879-1331. That's Pet World. 50 years. It's been 50 now, isn't it?
Actually, this year, this year's 50. Or this coming up.
Because when you started with me, it was 47 years.
Yeah, this coming up here.
50 years. I tell people, man, if you come into Birmingham for anything, yeah, you go see Vulcan, go to the club, whatever, but you got to come down to Ed's Pet World. It is an institution, man. It has been here for 50 years. Everyone knows this place. It's awesome.
Let me go get another one of my fuzzy.
Go ahead. We're going to talk about marijuana. Thank you, Seth. Probably pee. Oh, it's pee. Yeah.
No. Maybe he's wet.
Mike Deberly's going to love that. I wanted to mention this because whenever Alabama starts stretching its legs and gets into things the rest of the country's been into for like years, there's corruption.
I was just going to say.
So first of all, I don't understand the medicinal marijuana thing because I wasn't aware that we could have medicinal marijuana.
We can already. This is to grow it.
Exactly. It's the farmers, right?
Right, which is where the money is. It's the money, right? And so then
we got dudes that don't even know what a green thumb is, have never owned a plow, and are like, I'm a marijuana farmer. I want a license.
Right?
And so evidently, they gave out these licenses, right? And then they decided they pulled licenses back because the point system based on who would get a license and who wouldn't was erroneous or wrong, right? So then they gave out the licenses again. What was it, yesterday or the day before? And I can imagine there must be like 8,000 people trying to get medicinal marijuana licenses where they want to be farmers, right? They want to grow this stuff. And they said, no, there's still a problem with it. So that, despite the fact that a judge has given out more licenses, and I'm just...
Well, and did you see? So part of it was an open forum about how, so they invited the public about how the applications were being voted on, et cetera. That lasted for 25 minutes and then went into closed session. Wait, listen, then they went into closed session and came out with the winners.
I know. The winners. I think they said the winners are.
That is,
and I'm like,
come on. That's so, it should, come on.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm glad we don't have a lottery. Because, it would make it easier to go get lottery tickets. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I get lottery tickets 3 or 4 times a year.
But it is why we don't have a lottery. Because now I'm getting nervous.
Because whenever you get like $300, $400, $500 million in the pot for something.
But everybody else can do it. Why can't we do it?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is getting nervous because now I'm watching the camera and I can hear
this is nothing here.
What is this?
This is nothing here. I noticed he's coming around to you.
This is what you have. Isn't this what you have?
No, I got a ball boa. Is that a ball boa? That's not a ball.
Well, it's a ball python.
Ball python.
Yeah, they call it a banana ball.
So I have a question about this, but boas, pythons. So pythons bite. Boas are constrictor.
Well, they all constrict. So,
okay.
They all constrict. I mean, they bite, but they don't. It doesn't hurt.
So is he poisonous?
But they don't kill by biting. They eat. They constrict to kill their prey, and then they eat. Correct.
So if he's threatened by me, what's he likely to do to me if it's not an escape behavior? Bite?
Honestly, most of the time snakes really don't. So they're pretty laid back for the most part.
This one's cool.
Now, if you put that,
well, Jules let me have a snake.
Oh. I don't know. Will she let you have a deer?
Well, no, but you got to keep it inside with all the hawks. Do you ever have that? Have you ever heard stories of some of the pet snakes being poached by hawks?
No, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like up at Smith Lake and all that. I mean, yeah.
You'd be a good snake guy, dude. It's one of my favorite pets. I've got a ball boa, and it's one of the best pets.
But what
you know what it did? Is it got my kids loving snakes. My kids used to be deathly afraid of snakes.
This is gorgeous. You know, it's very interesting psychologically. The yellow somehow makes them feel less intimidating.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, look at that.
Now, ball pythons, I mean, they've started going crazy. Just, different. I mean, you can literally get different colors and,
just from
the genetics and all that. So, yeah, it's really, really kind of crazy. So,
how big does it?
This guy is going to get about 5 foot.
So that's the other issue.
4 foot now.
So what do you get about 4 to 5?
I put him out in the front yard once a week. Just let him run around. He loves it. He loves the way the grass feels.
I was just going to ask you, when they're that big and they're in an aquarium thing, how much, I don't know if it's exercise, but don't they need to be able to stretch?
Oh, yeah. You always want to get them out. And, of course, we do birthday parties and school functions, all that kind of stuff as well. So a lot of these guys, we do get them out, and people get to hold them, touch them.
879-1331. I'm telling you, man, I come down here every time I have the kids. We come down here a couple times a month.
Well, it's so different. It's so different. And I'm
so happy this doesn't scare you.
No.
Because I thought for sure he was going to freak out. You have gone from here. You have almost gone to the tattoo guy that walked by with a kid with the tattoos for me. I got some bromance going on with you right now.
I am a big proponent. And
actually, we all three need to go get tattoos. We could all go get a snake tattoo.
I've got one I'm going to do.
I can get another one. I'm a big. What I love about Eds and what I love about this is you educate people. And that's why I was asking the question is like, I see a lot of people, you see with puppies all the time, but like, oh, it's cool. Let's just get a snake.
Yeah.
Well, that's not cool. Like, you need to know what you're doing.
No, and you need to do something with it. Yeah. See, that's the thing is, they have all kind of exotic pets here, chinchillas and sugar gliders and stuff like that. But they're not going to allow you to take an animal and just put it in an aquarium and let it go. They bearded dragons, tarantulas. I told him I want a tarantula on his head.
I'll go get a bearded next.
And I want a tarantula on Josh's head. Yeah.
Could I have that as a pet?
I don't have a laid back one.
Okay, fine. Then let's not. Yeah.
That's okay.
No, it's not.
It's his head. It's not mine.
No, it's not. A bearded dragon.
Bearded dragons are cool. They got a bullfrog in there. I don't know what kind of frog it is, but it's.
That was really cool. That stuff doesn't.
Would Jules lose her mind if you brought that home?
Oh yeah, no snakes in the house.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean she wouldn't lose. No. Here's what it is. She wouldn't lose her mind. She'd go,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
And she may think you're doing it just to get out of her.
Yeah. I mean, I had the fish tank. I had the saltwater fish tank, and that's no more.
Yeah.
But I'm interested.
Well, you know what? I think we should just stay here.
With all the things he's bringing out,
because
I may find one because we take these, right? These are our podcasts as well. Yeah. So I'm gonna, now that I'm on camera, we can show to my family. What do you think? Yeah. Should we do Cayman?
Let's take a really short break so we can segment these so people can watch it, because I know sometimes when they're a little long they won't listen. And then coming up here next, they have the bearded dragon, and I want to talk about the blind side.
Blind side, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Curry Radio.